Hi everyone, my name is Heather, and I am just starting recording my videos for my weight loss journey. I'm hoping that these videos will help keep me honest and kind of keep me accountable in what I'm doing, and motivate me to continue on this path. I've been doing low carb keto now for about 4 weeks, and I've lost, I actually started really tracking my macros this last week, and I'm down about 10 pounds. I started at 325, and I was down to 315 this morning, and that was just in the last week. So yay! I'm using an app on my phone called, I believe it's Carb Manager. I'd have to double check that and get back to you. I'm using that. It tracks my macros and gives me that nice little pie chart of your percentages of fat and carbs and protein. And it also, it's nice because it lets you input recipes. So like if I make things up, I can put it in and keep selecting it over and over again if it's something that I use regularly. So I'm just, I'm hoping to kind of track what I'm eating and share some of my journey with you, and maybe share some recipes and other things. My daughter and I, my oldest daughter and I, we're walking this summer because she's out of school now, and we're going to different parks around our community, and maybe I'll have something with the different places that we go. We've been to about 3 or 4 parks right now, and a lot of them are really, really nice. And I'd like to share some of that information just about my area. I live in Florida in the Tampa Bay area, and so it's really nice. Just a little bit of background on me. I've always kind of been that big girl. I actually lost significant weight in my 20s. I lost probably about 75 pounds. And that was mainly due to the fact that, I had just moved out on my own. I had a couple small part-time jobs and really probably couldn't afford to eat at that point. And, when you can't afford to buy food, you're not really going to be packing on the pounds. So I actually lost a lot of weight that way, which is not the best way to do it. I actually, several years ago, lost about 60 pounds doing the low carb keto, and that I really enjoyed it. I felt good. Moving was easier. Things just felt better. And over the course of the last few years, we've had a lot of stuff happen. We had a few of the big ones. We lost our house to foreclosure, I think 3 years ago now. And then we moved into a nice little condo. We were renting it, and there was a fire in the building that we were renting in, and it wasn't our fire. It was a neighbor's, but fire hoses and everything, and we pretty much lost all of our stuff. It was kind of a mess, and so a lot of other things have happened too, and just over the course of the last few years, the pounds have crept back on, and I didn't get as heavy as I was before. The last time I was up to 360, and this time I got up to about 330. So I wasn't quite as heavy, but still that's a significant amount of weight. And then I found out in the course of settling into our new place here, surprise, you're pregnant. Kind of a shock to the system. But I had gestational diabetes, and once the baby came, we had a beautiful little baby girl. We had a little scare with her. She had severe jaundice and actually had to end up in the NICU for about a week. And after, luckily everything the doctors did worked. They did several different treatments, and obviously the lights, of course, and everything worked, and she ended up coming home. And the day that we brought her home, actually the day after, that following morning, I felt like I was having a heart attack. I had pains in my chest, and so we called 911. I went to the emergency room. Turns out it was a panic attack. Imagine that. I had a C-section, so you have major surgery, and then you're traveling back and forth to the hospital and spending a week in and out of the hospital with your baby, who for a while there it was touch and go. We weren't sure what was going to happen, and they actually had her set up to have a blood transfusion if need be. They moved her to a different hospital. And so, imagine that. I guess the following day we got home, and, all the dust kind of settled and my body went, blah, I can't take it anymore. And I basically had like a panic attack. Like my heart hurt, and it wasn't that I couldn't breathe. It was everything was just kind of falling apart around me. And it was scary, after a C-section, they're worried about blood clots and things like that. And so I got home after that, and I just decided, people bring you food and it's stuff like lasagna, and you appreciate the thought. And I ate the food. But after a while, I needed to kind of get back on the weight loss wagon, so to speak. So I'm hoping that these videos will help me with that, and I can report in, make sure that I'm keeping up with you guys, and maybe I'll be able to do some recipes and some videos of some of my favorite foods that I really enjoy, and maybe some of the stuff with my oldest, us going to the parks and things. So. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, bye.